Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So 7A Bond's latest membership bond has ran out as of today, probably in the next 20 minutes. So what I wanted to do, because we made so much progress over the past 2 weeks, I wanted to kind of wrap it up a little bit and just show you guys like how we're doing in terms of cash and how much cash we've made over the past 2 weeks. Now, the past 2 weeks has been pretty incredible for cash. And I would say, especially on this second week, I really haven't played the account maybe as much as what I wanted to. Now, the first thing we can say we've got over the past 2 weeks is this. We have achieved 7A Bond's first 120 cape, 120 thieving. Now, the reason we got this was because with the skilling buff, you had a plus 20% chance to not get caught pickpocketing, which basically meant that some of the NPCs, which is still out of reach of 7A Bond even with 120, like the archaeology professors, we could thieve fully AFK, and we took full advantage. In terms of the thieving XP now, we're around 110 mil. So 7A Bond got close to 60 mil XP in 1 week, and it was a great way to go and earn some money. Now, what I want to show you guys like is a rough sort of figure, is what we made from doing that last 60 mil XP. I think in terms of just like pure raw GP, which we pickpocketed, it was about 52 mil. So in terms of the NPCs which we feed, we did the NPC guards probably till about 118. And then we moved over to the professors. So we probably did about roughly 20-ish mil of professors and probably 30 mil, 35 mil from the guards as well. Now the guards drop clue scrolls. So our clue scroll tab has gone like ballistic. So we are now over 550 hard clues and nearly 450 elites, which whether this account does it or not, we shall find out in the near distant future. But there's plans I've got for 7A Bond over the next 2 weeks. Maybe that's something we can start doing as well. But the majority of the items which we got were things like we got 409 potato cactus, not really worth a lot now because they've crashed quite a lot. We got some Acadia wood spirits, again, they've crashed a bit, they're not really worth a lot. And then finally, the items which we sold on the Grand Exchange last night are going to be in the form of the Vital Sparks, which we made 23 mil. And I would say as well, these items are starting to go up. Both that and the extra fine sand sold over mid, which is really, really nice because it just meant that we got a bit of extra cash from there as well. So that pretty much brought us up to just under 100 mil, which I was kind of worried that we wouldn't make like the full bond back, just because like a lot of the thieving loot has gone down quite a lot. So once we price check all this, because I'll sell this at another time because it is so cheap, we are roughly at a price of 35 mil, which is really, really nice. Added on to that as well, we also managed to sell some of our Christmas loot. So the Death School Frozen ability sold for 17.6 mil, which that and the archaeology loot basically pays off our bond. Now, we did get the Cape of Devastation from the last wrapping paper, and as I'm recording this, because I've not played much, I'm at 8,000 wrapping paper, so I don't really like, there's no need for me to go and do another wrapping paper video. We might do another one if we like get a lot of wrapping paper towards the end. But between like the loot and the tokens and stuff like that, I feel confident that just from our thieving week, we made enough cash to pay off the bond. Now with the final week, we decided to do something a little bit different. So basically from one of my money making videos and also from the decanting video, which if you haven't seen it, that video made me such quick profit. I probably made the most profit in a video as quickly as I could. And it didn't do very well in views. So I'll make sure it's in the corner of the video in case you guys want to check out. But basically, like, for those super anti-fires, we were able to sell just over 1,000 for 88k each, which is just crazy. And then because that was really good money, and like thieving the Phoenix as well, like, is really not hard. So we also managed to go and do quite a big stint. And we managed to sell some more for just under 20,000 coins, which again is huge profit. I think when they're selling for 20,000 coins for a free dose, you kind of put the feather at like 11k profit. I went and pickpocketed another 10,000 feathers, which actually doesn't take as long as what you think. And because it's a full 15-minute AFK, like you can just leave it while doing other stuff. Like one of the big things I do during the Christmas period is like a reflection and then goals for next year. I basically did that for about 2.5 hours, and I was just AFKing, very, very AFKing the feathers and just stocked up on them. Now, they have gone down a little bit, these super anti-fires, so they're now like just a little bit under their mid-price. But they are selling, which is nice. And once we've sold this, we would have made something like 20 more mil. So in terms of like what we've done in terms of the final bond, 250 mil is the sort of value I'm going to go for. I probably made a little bit more with the potion selling on the Grand Exchange, but yeah, we've absolutely smashed this week. And again, the Thieving update was so nice. I do think that there's still some profit to make in Thieving. This account struggles with the Master Archaeologist. Like, we still get caught quite often, and I'll show you guys what I mean while we sort of wrap up like what else we're going to be doing. We still get caught quite a lot, even with the Ring of Vitor, even with like 120 like Thieving. I still get caught to the point where it's not AFK. So basically I need the Orange Cloak, which is probably where we're going to go next, if I'm honest. Now, I am in debt to myself of 2 bonds. I have not bought any bonds in a little while just because they got a little bit high, and I have 8 in the pouch. So I'm going to need to buy another bond for the next 2 weeks because, again, I'm really enjoying playing this account again, and we're so close to a couple of things. One is finishing like maxing. We just need to finish off woodcutting, which I've got the bonus XP for. I might actually go and cut something like Acacia trees because the wood spirits are so cheap, and it can be really quick XP and really good profit. And then finally, fire making as well to finish that off. That will be pretty huge to get done as well. And then after that, all which is needed for the max cape is literally just combat stats. What I need to do though, and what I want to prepare for Slayer for, is to go and hunt down a couple of buffs. So this could be prayer and like the ancient curses. This could be the ancient spells. This could be all the DG rewards as well. It's double DG tokens, which is nice. So maybe we go and do something like that. And basically just do quite a lot of quests to be prepared for Slayer and then get my items augmented. I want to do a couple of Slayer streams in January, really. That's going to be my first couple of streams on this account. And that's what I'm going to be aiming for. But as you can see, we're very, very close to getting this account finished. And ideally, I'd like to get this account done January or February time, because when Treasure Hunt is removed, I want to start a brand new account just to go through the old training ways. And a 7-day bond can be done for that, because then what his next sort of journey in life will be is to go in AFK places for 2 weeks at a time to see if they're good for cash, which I think is going to be such a good series. It's going to be one of those videos where you get once every 2 weeks, but it'll be a really high quality video. It'll be a really high value, show you guys like what you can do, and hopefully as well, it will pay off the premium membership very, very fast. So we're still not premium members yet. We're still like surviving bond by bond, which is such an expensive way to do your membership. But once we've sort of committed to doing those sort of like 20 bonds, then I think we can really make some progress. Speaking of 20 bonds though, in terms of the evaluator and the wealth, we're at 1.1 bill, which doesn't include these 8 bonds, which means we're getting closer every time. We're just sort of like grasping there every single time. And maybe if we can get to the point where we can do 20 bonds around the time we max, we clean the whole bank out and we go again, sort of thing. So really interesting things to come on 7-day bond, but that's how much we've been making in terms of that. This week, with the minigame sort of loots like the Fowler and stuff like that, I don't really think it's worthwhile me chasing things like that. I think it'd be more important to do the quests, go and get the unlocks for Slayer, and then get prepared to do some massive Slayer videos, some massive Slayer games for you guys as well. With the Slayer stuff, we'll be doing guides along the way, because I do think the lower level Slayer stuff isn't really detailed as well as it could be, and I do think we can pump some new stuff out, because again, things have changed so dramatically over the past couple of years. But that is what I'm going to be working on for the next day or two. You guys can expect either a 7-day bond episode next week or when the next bond finishes. I'm just going to pretty much be doing quests and loads of prep. We won't do any Slayer until I've done the video and let you guys know when the first Slayer video is going to be out. But if there's anything like guide wise or video wise you want me to do, whether it's documenting what I'm doing, what items I'm gathering, or why these items are good, or even like some stuff for the Slayer guides, drop them in the comment section below and I'll always make sure to do it as well. That's going to pretty much wrap 7-day bond up for Christmas. I might do like a little loot video of another wrapping paper if I get a decent amount. I might tie it in with the main account because I don't think it'll be too much, because I'll literally just be running around doing quests. But yeah, in terms of Christmas, it's been massive. We made some profit, which is all I can really ask for. We've got lucky with a couple of the wrapping papers as well, which is always nice. And we've had a good time doing it as well. And our first 120k, which will probably end up being our first 200 mil. I just need that RD cape, because then it'll make it fully AFK. And once it's fully AFK, it's just going to be so much nicer to do. It'll be a nice skill to do alongside editing as well. But I'm going to wrap the video up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.